model voter accreditation system, BVAS, for voter accreditation. There is no going back on the transmission of results on the INEC result viewing portal in real time on election day. There will be no incident form that enables ineligible persons to vote using other people's permanent voters' cards during elections. We are committed to ensuring that the 2023 general election is transparent and credible, reflecting the will of the Nigerian.
Review is coming up, but I want to ask if we now know what caused the servers not to work for the presidential elections, the IREV not to work for the presidential election, but worked for the National Assembly elections conducted on the same day.
Well, I wouldn't know. All I know, in terms of technology, I'm not too technologically savvy. There was panic, and I need to be honest, there was panic on that day when we noticed that there was a challenge. And all the ICT people gathered and were trying to find a solution to it. At the end of the day, I issued a statement and I told the nation that we had a glitch. Now, we are still in the middle of election. The moment we are through with the issue of all these elections, we will sit down as a commission and do both internal and external review of the entire gamut and entire processes leading to this election. And I'm sure that at that particular moment, those who were involved and those who were in charge of our ICT facility will come and soberly and rationally explain to the commission what exactly happened and what went wrong and what should be done.
I'm sure you've heard
forward.
People saying that, you know, that the servers were switched off and there was an internal sabotage within INEC.
Honestly, I wouldn't know. But I do not think that the commission, after making promises to the Nigerian people, will turn around and sabotage itself. It's not rational. It doesn't make sense to me.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria that was held on February 25, 2023. And INEC announced Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the election on March 1st, 2023, in the middle of the night. Now, the video you watched now, you saw INEC chairman assuring Nigerians that there will be transmission of result real time. First, he assured Nigerians that BVAS will be used for accreditation. But there were millions of voters in Nigeria on that election day that voted, in which the BVAS was bypassed. Yet INEC calculated the results and announced it as eligible votes. That's not even the issue right now. And you saw his assurances that the result will be transmitted real time from the polling units to the INEC IREV, that nothing will stop it. Then on the election day, the governorship, the House National Assembly results, that the Senate and House of Reps was transmitted successfully through the BVAS to the INEC portal or the IREV, but all over the country. No polling official of INEC could be able to transmit the presidential election result. And in the second video you watched, you saw Festus Okoye, the INEC spokesperson, claiming that there was glitches on INEC server that day. Now on Monday, June 19th, 2023, at the Presidential Election Petition Court, a star witness, if you like, from Amazon Web Services that provided service and protection for the server of INEC said there was nothing like glitches. Then how can the presidential election results stand. It means there was a sabotage from inside, deliberate, to ensure that the vote of Nigerians doesn't count. Because INEC, as I'm talking to you now, have yet to come to court with their IT officials. Because when Labour Party subpoenaed those IT officials of INEC to come, INEC refused to allow them to come. They objected. But let us go into the fine details of what Amazon Web Services said. The processes that happened in court on Monday, June 19, 2023. And you now discover that Peter Obi of the Labour Party have solid case against Aswaju's election. That in a sane society, there is no way the beneficiaries of the outcome of this election will be so relaxed the way it appears to be right now. But of course, the court is expected to do its job because, as I keep telling people, this election is not over until the Supreme Court says so. And the Supreme Court and the Appeal Court are yet to say anything. The matter is still in the Appeal Courts, which is where the Presidential Petition Court is standing right now, or is sitting right now in Abuja. So let us see how Amazon Web Services of the United States finish INEC. And the excuse of INEC can no longer stand. And if that excuse can no longer stand and the court agrees with this INEC, Amazon Web Services staff, then the days of Aswad Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the presidential villa may be numbered. He may stay there, he may continue to stay there in the next 6 months, in the next 8 months, but if this kind of information is sustained in the court and the judges agree with it, as would be expected in any sane society, then I can tell you for free, this country is on the march for a new Nigeria. Welcome on board. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, as I told you in the introduction, a witness from Amazon Web Services has come to court to show that there was no INEC server glitches on election day. This witness told the court this, and the court admitted it, despite the protestations of INEC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Kashim Shettima, and APC lawyers. So let's see what this witness talked about on Monday, June 19th. Now, the Presidential Election Petition Court has admitted as an evidence a report from the subpoenaed witness who identified herself as an employee of Amazon Web Services Incorporated, United States of America, stating the health status of the cloud services, offered to the Independent National Electoral Commission on February 25, 2023. The report specifically provides details on the health status of the Amazon Web Service that provided cloud services for INEC's digital backbone for the presidential election. The INEC server had been a bone of contention since the day of election. The umpire, that's the INEC, claimed that there were glitches that made it impossible to transmit the results of the presidential election in real time, as was promised by the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. But the preponderance of public opinion, many Nigerians believe the preponderance of public opinion is that whatever happened to the INEC server at the moment the presidential election results were to be transmitted was as a result of internal sabotage and manipulation. Of course, you saw the Channels television anchor, one of the anchors, that the lady, reminding Festus Okoye that many Nigerians believe that there was internal sabotage from INEC. And Okoye was saying that, let me be honest with you. And anytime anybody tells me that, let me be honest with you, I am always very conscious, because that is when people tell you so much lies. Let me be honest with you. Does it mean you have not been honest before? It said, let me be honest with you. And you see how he readjusted his seat. He was uncomfortable by that question. From his body language, you can see that it was an uncomfortable question for him to answer. He said, let me be honest with you. Then he literally stood up from his seat, because the body language explains a lot of things. And then he went on to say that how could INEC promise to deliver an election and transmit it and then sabotage itself? He's telling that story to children, because Nigerian history has been littered with lies of electoral umpires and those who work in INEC, who help in rigging all kinds of elections unashamedly. And he's there telling us that how can they say they will do transmission and then sabotage the effort? That doesn't make sense. Come on. You can go and tell that to the Marines, and nobody will gonna believe that, because think of it, Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the world, and you are talking about in INEC that there wouldn't be people that will collect money to ensure that they rig election to favor one person or the other, because INEC promise. That doesn't make sense. It would have made more sense if you had said that INEC will investigate to find out if there were something like that, so that those who participated in it will be dealt with, and also those who perpetrated it will be handed over to the authority to be prosecuted according to the law. But that was not what he was saying. He was trying to give the impression that they are saints in INEC, and it's unthinkable that they will promise that they will deliver transmission of results and then work against it. We don't buy that either. So you can see, so many Nigerians believe strongly that there was internal deliberate sabotage to ensure that the presidential election is not transmitted, so that it can be manipulated. The presidential election is the most important of all the elections of that day. The senatorial and House of Reps could go, but the presidential could not go. And that was why the anchor of Channels television reminded the Festus Okoye that that's what Nigerians are saying. Now, let's continue. The Labour Party witness who testified on Monday seems to agree that there were no INEC server glitches as claimed by the Commission. The witness provided 33 reports of the health status of Amazon Web Services from 6 regions where Amazon hosts their services. A snippet of the report content revealed that there were no glitches. There were no glitches. The people hosting the INEC server say there were no glitches. There were no glitches that could have affected the e-transmission of the results on February 25, 2023, when the presidential election held. The report was tendered through a witness subpoenaed by the Labour Party, Claretta Oga, a cloud engineer and architect. The document, totaling 6 copies, were admitted by the court amid objections by the Independent National Electoral Commission, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and the All Progressive Congress. The cross-examination of the witness is scheduled for the next day. That's Tuesday, June 20th. Now, that is the situation in the court on Monday. So, P2B have succeeded in destroying the lies, the claims by INEC that there were glitches, because a staff of Amazon Web Services that was in charge of protecting the server of INEC said there were no glitches. If there were, they in Amazon Web Services would have known, and they would have come to confirm it. So there were none. So Nigerians was taken for a ride on February 25. There were no glitches. The Amazon Web Services staff said. Don't forget, it's not even only INEC claiming glitches. The former Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, told us that there were attacks from all over the place against INEC. So that was why they shut down the Amazon, the INEC server and created another backbone. Now, Amazon Web Services have come to court to say those were lies. Remember Minister Pantami, Minister of Digital Economy, Minister of Communication and Digital Economy. He said there were over how many millions of attacks against INEC server. They were lies. Because why? He was the Minister of Digital Economy, and he claimed that they worked to protect the INEC server. But it was a lie. The only people that has the capacity to protect INEC server was Amazon Web Services. If the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, they have the facility to protect INEC server effectively, why do they need to go and hire Amazon Web Services to protect the same server? But they claim that there were several attacks against INEC that day. Those were lies, tissues of lies. That is what this witness has come to clear. And all reasonable human beings will align themselves with this witness, because they have the technical capacity to know what could stop transmission of results from all the polling units to the server, especially in a situation where the House of Representatives and the senatorial results were all transmitted, but only the presidential election could not be transmitted. So that is what happened on Monday. P2B has destroyed that lie by INEC. And no wonder INEC was jittery to make their technical team, ICT team available, because P2B subpoenaed them to appear so that they could answer questions why the senatorial and House of Reps results could be transmitted and not the presidential election. In an election that was held at the same minute, the same hour, the same second, the same day. Now let's move on and look at another issue that confirms what we are saying too. Now, this happened in the court too, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, where it was also confirmed that only presidential election results failed to upload on INEC polling officials tell courts. Now, this is another report from the courts where 3 witnesses who served as presiding officers for the INEC during the February 25 presidential election. They say only the results of the presidential election failed to upload into the INEC's results viewing portal, RF. The witnesses on Monday appeared before the Presidential Election Tribunal in Abuja, led in evidence by Eyitayo Jegede, counsel to the petitioners, Janet Turaki, who served as a presiding officer in Damaturu, Yobe State. She said that voter registration was seamless. She said all other processes went well until it was time for the results transmission. Turaki said the results of the Senate and the House of Representatives were successfully transmitted, but that of the presidential election could not be transmitted. Turaki told the court that despite following the online and offline transmission methods as she was trained to do, the presidential election results failed to upload. Turaki added that she and other party agents present at the polling unit signed the results on the form EC8A before it was taken to the ward level. The witness added that she filled out the complaint form provided by INEC for such purposes when the results did not load on the IRIF portal. The 2 other witnesses, Christopher Ado and Victoria Sani, who served as INEC presiding officers at Bauchi and Katsina states, also said they were unable to transmit presidential election results into the IRIF. All the 3 witnesses were subpoenaed by the courts through a joint application by the People's Democratic Party, each presidential candidate as Atiku Abubakar. Now, this is another confirmation that all the agents, all the INEC officials that were recruited to handle the beavers, they confirmed that the presidential election could not be transmitted. You can see that the 3 witnesses that was presented by the PDP in this report, they are one from Adamawa, one from Katsina, and one from Bauchi. all these 3 states, and of course, we all know nationwide, no one was able to transmit the presidential election results. You now know that it is not glitches. People are talking about glitches, some that attributing glitches to network. Maybe it was a network problem. It is not a network problem. If it is a network problem, at least there would have been network in Abuja. If the network in Abuja is not working, there will be network in Lagos. If there is no network in Lagos, there should have been network in Enugu. If there is no network in Enugu, there should be a network in Meduguri. There must be where there is network. Why is it that no network nationwide for presidential election upload? If it's not sabotage, I don't know what it is. It's now left for the court to determine what happened on election day. Whether it is the will of Nigerian people that was done or the will of some men, it is now up to the courts. They will decide as they listen to the witnesses who are participants in the election that supposedly produced Bola Ahmed Tinubu as winner. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you will be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.